exactly length, mass, weight, time. Am I right? We have also discussed the SI unit of all this physical quantity. Am I right? What is the SI unit of length? Yes, meter. Unit of mass, kg. Weight, Newton. And time, second. Also, along with this, we have also discussed about the which instruments are used to measure all this physical quantity. If you will take length, if the unit is very small, then we have to use the small scale, or we can use micrometer, screw gauge, vernier caliper. If it is big, then we have to use the scale, meter rod. Then we can use the meter rod, or we can use the tape for the measurement. Are you getting? Then we have moved to the mass. The instrument used to measure the mass is beam balance, that is also called as tarazu. Then weight. The instrument used to measure the weight is spring balance. And time, our watch. In the olden days, they used a sand glass. They use the sand glass. Are you getting? See, this is a sand glass. With this, they used to find. They used to get the time. Are you getting? So this was about the measurement. Even for the time, in the olden days, the people used to look at the shadow, and according to the shadow, they used to find the time. Are you getting? There is one Jantar Mamamtaran, that is at Delhi. This is the photo of that, peak of that, where we can find the time. Are you getting? We can get the time. So these are the olden days, but now recently we use the watch. Are you getting? Then in today's session we are going to learn about the volume. What is exactly the volume? Yes, you might have learned in the maths. What is exactly the volume? The space occupied by an object. The space occupied by an object is called as a volume. Okay, you have to write the definition in your notebook. The space occupied by an object is called as a volume. Now, what will be the SI? What is the SI means? The worldwide accepted unit of the volume is meter cube, or also it is written as cubic meter. The worldwide accepted unit of the volume is meter cube and cubic meter. Why the unit is given meter cube? Now, what is the formula for the volume? If you want to find the volume of a cuboid, then how you write? Length into breadth into height. Am I right? Length into breadth into height. So what is the unit of length? Meter into meter into meter. So how many times? 1, 2, 3. So meter raised to 3 and raised to 3. So the SI unit of the volume is meter cube. This volume is also a derived quantity. Volume is also a derived quantity. But if the shapes are fixed, if you want to find the volume of the cuboid, a cube, if the shapes are fixed, yes or no, it has a fixed shape, that is cuboid, cube, then we can find the volume by using the formula. Are you getting? We can find the volume by using the formula. That is, if the object is regular, which has a proper shape, then by using the particular formula, we can find the volume of the given object. For example, volume of cuboid is equal to length into breadth into height. Volume of cube is equal to side into side into side, or you can write as length into breadth into length. Am I right? So these are the formula for the regular object. If the volume is a sphere in shape, so there is a sphere shape, so it is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So these are the different formulas used for the fixed object or regular object. But now the problems come if the object is irregular, means which do not have the proper shape. For example, if I will tell you to find the volume of this, is it possible to find the volume? You can take the length, but if you take a height, it is not a regular. So how to find the volume of irregular shape? By the activity of Archimedes principle. Now what is that? Say, in a measuring cylinder, suppose this is a measuring cylinder, you have to take a water. In measuring cylinder means what? Here there are some reading. Yes, here there is a reading. I have shown you the last time the measuring cylinder. Now this is suppose 10 ml, 20, this is 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. If you will take the water at a 30 ml water, if you will first you have to fill the water with a 30 ml, we should know it. And after that you have to drop, suppose this is a particular shape, irregular shape. Suppose this is the irregular shape of a stone. If I have taken this stone and if I will drop, I have to tie the stone with a particular thread, or you can drop directly. You can drop directly this stone in the measuring cylinder. What if I see the level of the water has been increased? You might be knowing the story of the thirsty crow. Am I right? Do you remember the story of the thirsty crow? Yes. Similarly, the level of the water is going to increase. Imagine it has been, the reading has, the first reading was 30 ml. After that, when we drop the stone into the measuring cylinder, if it has reached to the 33 ml. Okay, this is the original level. That is, suppose if it is before dropping the stone and after dropping the stone, if it is 33 ml. So we have to find the volume of this irregular shape. So how to remove? The first is 30 ml and after it is 33. So you have to subtract the this is the final reading and this is original reading. Okay. So let's subtract the final reading minus original reading. So it will come 3 ml. So 3 ml is the volume of this irregular object. In this way we can find the volume of the irregular object by the Archimedes principle. Are you getting this? I hope you have understood about the volume. Volume is nothing but a space occupied by an object. Volume is nothing but a space occupied by an object. So, SI unit of the volume is meter cube or cubic meter. Then if the volume is, if the object is regular, then we can use the formula. By using the formula, we can find the volume. But if the object is irregular, then we have to use this Archimedes principle. By doing the activity, you have to find the volume of the given object. Let's move to the next point, that is density. Suppose in your hand, I have given the 1 kg of iron. A ball of 1 kg of iron. And this is in your left hand, and in right hand, suppose same kg, 1 kg of cotton I have given to you to hold. Then which you are going to feel heavy? Yes, of course, 1 kg of iron. 1 kg of iron is going to feel it heavy. Am I right? So this tells you the density tells you how much object is heavy or lighter. Density tells you the object is heavy or a lighter. So density is defined as mass per unit volume. Density is defined as mass per unit volume. Okay. Now, if you want to find the SI unit of this density, so let's find the SI unit of density. So can you tell me what will be the SI unit of mass? Yes, we measure the mass in kg. And what will be the SI unit of volume? Yes, SI unit is meter cube. So the density, the SI unit of density is kg per meter cube. Are you getting this? The SI unit or the standard unit, worldwide accepted unit of the density is kg per meter cube. Density tells us how much the object is heavy or lighter. Are you getting this? So related to this, we have a different word problems. We can solve. They can give the different word problems. They can give a mass and they can give the volume. Suppose 5 kg. Suppose 5 kg of mass is there of a volume of 25, which has a volume of 25 kg of mass has a 5 meter cube of volume. Then find the density. So by putting this value in the formula, you can get the density of an object. You can get the density of an object. Are you getting this? So this was about the density. I hope you have understood about the volume and density. Let's move to the next point. That is the last point of this topic. That is of measurement. That is temperature. So what is the temperature? Temperature is nothing but a degree of hotness and coldness. The degree of hotness and coldness of an object is called as a temperature. In the last class, 5th standard, we have learned this temperature lesson in our science book. It was in maths. We have learned in the science temperature. So temperature is nothing but a degree of hotness and coldness is called as a temperature. Then, which are the instruments used to measure the temperature? Yes, the instrument used to measure the temperature is thermometer. What is the instrument? Which instrument we use to measure the temperature? Yes, thermometer. We use the thermometer to measure the temperature. Now, if we will look at the thermometer properly, you can see the different types of the scales on the thermometer. Yes, so there are the 3 main types of the scale. How you see in your scale, if you will observe your scale, there are the two units are given. Am I right? This here is in centimeter and this here it is in inches. Am I right? So similarly, your thermometer has a scale which has a Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. These are the 3 different types of the scale. That is Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Mostly we use the Celsius scale. Then what will be the SI unit of temperature? The standard, the worldwide accepted unit of temperature is Kelvin. Now if you will observe the carefully, the Celsius it is written at degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius, 100 degree Celsius. Fahrenheit, 32 degree Fahrenheit, 212 degree Fahrenheit. This is the range of the scale. Now if you will look at your scale starts from 0 to 50. Yes or no? So this is the scale, 0 to 50. Similarly, if you will see the Celsius scale, it has a scale of 0 degree Celsius and end at 100 degree Celsius. The starting point is 0 and ending point is 100 degree Celsius. Similarly, Fahrenheit scale starts from 32 degree Fahrenheit to 212 degree Fahrenheit. Kelvin scale starts from 273 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin. These are the different scales of temperature. Are you getting this? Then I have told you the instrument used to measure the temperature is thermometer. The instrument used to measure the temperature is thermometer. Now there are mainly the 3 types of thermometer: laboratory, clinical and minimum thermometer. Now laboratory thermometer. See, this is a laboratory thermometer which has a range of -10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. The scale starts from -10 degree Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. This thermometer is mainly used in laboratory. This thermometer is mainly used in laboratory. The next type of the thermometer is clinical 42 degree Celsius. Then what will be the maximum temperature? What will be the normal body temperature of human being? Yes, the normal human body temperature should be 35 degrees Celsius. What will be the normal body temperature of a human being? Yes, 35 degrees Celsius. Or if you want to measure in Fahrenheit, it will be 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. The normal temperature should be 35 degrees Celsius or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. Are you getting this? So this will be the normal body temperature. This thermometer is also called as a doctor thermometer. Now if you will observe the clinical thermometer properly and even the laboratory thermometer properly, there is a red part. Now if you will see, this is a thermometer. In between this there is a one line. So that line, in that there is one line, that is nothing but a capillary tube. That is nothing but a capillary tube. In that line, in that capillary tube, there is a red something you can see. So that is nothing but a mercury. That is nothing but a mercury. Are you getting? Mercury, when we hold that, if you want to measure the temperature of any of one person, then what we do? We give to measure the temperature, we either put under the arm or in the mouth. So what happens? The mercury level rises. Once we will remove from their mouth or arm, you can see the level of the mercury has been raised. If the particular person is if he is having the fever, then the mercury level has been raised to that particular scale. Are you getting this? But nowadays we don't use this clinical thermometer. We use the digital thermometer to get the temperature. Are you getting this? So this was about the laboratory and clinical thermometer. Then the last type of the thermometer is maximum minimum thermometer. See, if you will look at maximum minimum thermometer, its shape is like a U. Yes, it is a U-shaped thermometer. This thermometer is used to record the weather, condition of a weather. So this maximum minimum thermometer is used to record the weather. Are you getting? So this was about the temperature. Are you getting? I hope you have understood it. Remove the notes, write the notes, whatever you have understood, write in your physics notebook. In this way we have completed the measurement part. In the next period I am going to conduct only small tests only on measurement. This will be your not final test. Only small tests I am going to conduct on measurement so that I can understand you have understood